Good morning for the folks on the East Coast, and good day for the folks at the East Coast, and good morning for the West Coast. My name is Christian Karch. I'm the CEO of Skyper USA. I'm happy to have the opportunity to present here. I'll be talking about SkySMS, our enterprise text messaging solution integrated with Novell GroupWise. First, I want to talk a little bit. I have one small slide where I'm going to be talking about SkyPro and GroupWise, who SkyPro is. I'm pretty sure most of you already saw one or two of our presentations in the past, so I'm going to keep this pretty short. SkyPro is a Swiss-based company. Was founded in 1987. Was a Novell partner ever since. Ever since our foundation, we worked with Novell tools. We're very strong in that area. About 4.5 years ago, we created an office in Eastern Europe where we have most of our software development. And about 2 years ago, we opened up an office here in the United States, in the heart of Silicon Valley in Sunnyvale. What we do is we provide unified communications products and services that plug into GroupWise. We have our tools. We want our tools to help GroupWise users, as you guys are, to benefit from the investment that you've made into GroupWise, to enhance the functionality of GroupWise, turning GroupWise into the #1 communication solution that you'll be using. We want you to be able to make your phone calls, send your faxes, send your text messages, all out of your GroupWise mailbox. Today I want to talk about what are the ways in today's world, in today's business world, what ways how do people communicate? Thanks to great technologies, thanks to the big evolution in the usage of cell phones and smartphones and laptops, the way people communicate has changed, and this also is being adapted into today's business world. It depends what your message is, how you want to deliver it. If you have do you have a regular letter that you want to send to some business partner? Do you have a quote that you want to ship to someone? Is it an alert? Is it an emergency? Is it maybe if you're in education? Is it the school is closing down and you need to make sure everybody knows today the campus is going to be closed? Do you have a server in a server room somewhere and the server shut down? So you want to notify one of your programmers or your technicians of your support team of that event. Is it a reminder for, let's say, a webinar like the one we're having right now, or is it to let someone know during a trade show? Oh, the keynote will be moving from the big ballroom to the arena place. Any type of message requires a different way of letting people know. Sometimes it's good to make a phone call. Sometimes it's good to send an email. And the most times in the past, it was usual that everything that's business related was sent via email and probably or a phone. Text messaging, as we know it, is mainly what used to be used for private use only. But with today's world changing and business flow changing and behavior of people changing, the text message has found its way into the enterprise and into the business world. And this is what I want to show here, and I want to show an example of how we can actually integrate it a lot better. Also, factor when you communicate is how urgent is the immediate delivery. If you're sending an email, you usually there are guidelines on how quick people expect a response, but in general, people say if you send an email, you expect a response time within 24 hours. Within one business day, you hope to get a response. If you make a phone call, obviously you want an immediate response. If you leave a voicemail, then you want it ASAP. Usually people say if you send a text message, if you want a response, because texting can be a one-way communication only, or it can request for an answer, or an action. You can send someone an alert, please go to the meeting room number 2 instead of meeting room number 1, or please call this number. So the reaction time is key to what type of communication tools you should use, how you should communicate, and that depends on where's the person you want to reach, or where are the people you want to reach. Are they at home? Are they on the road? Are they in front of their desk, so they would have access to email anyway, or is it something you want them to see? Because you see an email right away, but you see a text immediately. Also, of course, you need to ask yourself, does your audience have a cell phone? If you're thinking of sending them a text message, you can be sure that most of people, and I have numbers for America here, I think we're all positive on that everybody we know owns a cell phone, and statistics show that over 60% of Americans, I think the numbers are growing on a monthly basis, are using text messaging, especially if they have kids, because in the younger generations, the number is way higher than 60%. Kids in college and in school, they all live by texting. Everybody who has kids will probably know. I think what your message is also depends about the alert. Is it an update? Is it a reminder? I think we already had that. Then here's another thing: compliance. Usually, people, at the end, the text message didn't find its way into the business day, into business use, because of if you send a text, where can I see that I have it? Where's the proof that I have sent the text messages? It was not compliant. It was not integrated in the usual business, and you have to use your thumbs. It's all very small and difficult to send to a larger group of people. We want to enable that. We want to change that. We want to make sure that if you send text messages for business use, you'll have the compliance same as you have it with emails. So you can see whom did I send the message to, who actually received the message, same as you can do with an email. And we want all that information saved within GroupWise. We want you to be able to see that in your GroupWise in GroupWise. If you open up an account and look the contact history of a specific contact, you can see all the email traffic you had with this person. Using our tool, you can also see all the text messaging traffic you had with this person. This is the way that we are integrating all of our products, being it texting or faxing or our voice over IP tools. We always want to make sure all the communication comes together within GroupWise. That's why we want GroupWise as the communications platform. So I already talked a little bit about it, but email versus text, what's the difference, or what is what? Email is, as we mentioned, as we all know it and as we all use it, it's the everyday business communication tool. There are spam filters. The delivery, depending on where the person that you're sending the email to is located at, the person not always opens it up immediately. You might have a soft phone device where you check emails, but how many people do actually really check emails all the time? It always takes some. It always is. You get an email. You might be checking email on your cell phone, but it will take you. You look every couple of hours. You'll be looking on it. And also for emails, since there is a lot of spam, open rates, depending on what statistics you're looking at, go anywhere from 20 up to 40%. So not all emails are being opened. Related, maybe some of them are being filtered by spam filters. Some of them just are lots or most of them are spam, are effectively spam. But some of them may seem like spam, but they aren't really. So that's email. What is it with text messages? Well, the text message, it doesn't require you to have a smartphone. You can use any type of cell phone. Any type of cell phone will receive a text, and the open rate is over 95%. As soon as your phone vibrates, you already on the most phone devices, by receiving it, the text is already displayed. You already see what's happening. And because text messages are usually shorter than emails, just by looking at that you got a text, in most cases you already read it, so the information already went to whoever you want to send it to. So this brings us here to SkySMS. This is our tool. What do we have here? If I may just ask, is everyone still can everyone still hear me? I know that you mentioned there might be some issues with the audio.
Yeah, we can still hear you fine. Sounds great.
Okay. Was just checking. All right. Well, on here we see how SkySMS integrates to GroupWise. What we can see on the screen here is we see. Yeah.
Really quick, I'm still just seeing a slide. I don't know if you were advancing your screen.
With the title SkySMS?
No, it says ways of communication.
Oh, well, I actually already have another one here. Now I have one that says SkySMS.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
The one that I'm seeing is email versus text messaging.
Let me quit here and open up again. Is it?
Okay.
Did it change now?
Let's see. Yeah, I do see the SkySMS, but I don't see it as a full screen yet.
Oh, something happened here. Well, a lot of things. Just log in.
Okay, yeah, I'm seeing the slide show that says SkySMS.
Okay, great. That's the one I should be on right now. So on this slide, we can see the top of a GroupWise mailbox with a new icon in it where it says new SMS, new text message. So that shows us how to create a new text. Just click on that button. What will open up then will be a client where you can put in some text messages, some messages. We'll have another slide where we'll see that in more detail. Here we have a short description of what SkySMS is called, and the basics. It is the integrated text messaging for GroupWise. It allows you to communicate with the target audience the way they mostly communicate with each other already. And the good thing is you can send multiple text messages to multiple users at the same time, and you can use your GroupWise address books. What I have here is a small something. Having an issue with my screen here. We can actually see how SkySMS is set up, how it works beyond the things that people see on the screen. What we have is we have the users. They might be in-house, or they might be home workers or mobile users on the road. What they will have the SkySMS plugin in their GroupWise clients. And what you need infrastructure-wise, you need one server where you have a SkySMS server put on. This can be virtual. This can be a physical machine. The only requirement to that will be a connection to the internet, and by default, that server will be connected to a gateway that will be responsible for sending the messages to cell phones. So the server that you will have in-house will manage everything, all the users, and what happens with the text messages. The server also will need a GroupWise email account. You'll need to have a GroupWise account for that server. So that means that internally, all your text messages are being forwarded just like emails. Meaning if we have someone working out of his home office sending a text message from GroupWise, he will send this text message as an email to the server. The server will then send it out to the gateway, and it will go out as a text message to the recipients. The client, that's what we can see here as the client. In the very back, we can see that we have a text field where you can type in the text. We have a to-line where you either type in a phone number or start typing a name, and it will resolute the name. You have access to a GroupWise address book, so you can choose people from.
Christian, are you there? I think we may have lost the audio. Yeah, it looks like we lost the audio with Christian. We'll try and get him on the phone right now, get him back on. So just bear with us 1 second. I'll get him back on the line. Can you hear me, Christian? Looks like Christian's going to give us a call right back in. So just bear with us just 1 moment. He did send me a message that he's getting back in. So bear with us 1 moment. We'll get him back on.
Hello?
Christian, are you there?
Yes, I'm back. I'm here.
Okay, great. Got you.
Somehow,
Thank you.
somehow you lost me.
Don't know what happened, but you're back on, so we're good.
Well, I'm back on. Let me just, do I need to move back a slide, or where did I drop out audio-wise?
Yeah, you may want to go back one slide.
To the network layout here.
Yep.
All right. Let me recap here. So I think you guys did see that you will need a group-wise mailbox for your server, for your internal SkySMS server, to get the messages from the clients, and the clients send the text messages as emails to the server, which then will forward it to the gateway, which on that side will send it to the mobile devices that you want to send it to. And yes, the server can be virtualized. It can run with other software on it. What we usually recommend to our customers that use more than just one product, they usually have a server where they have our fax software plus or SkySMS server on at the same time. They can even share the same group-wise address book, because most of our tools work with group-wise as a transportation method. To the client, it really is straightforward. What you have is, when you want to send a new text message, you have a client that pops up where you can enter your 160 characters to type your message. You have a two-line where you can either enter phone number, or you can just simply choose someone from your address book or start writing a name. You can add multiple people to receive text messages. On the server side is, I hope I will have enough time to actually show you a server, how it works, and I'd like to do a small demo afterwards. What you can do on the server, you can manage your users, you manage the history, you manage your queues. You have a real-time delivery status report, so you can actually always see what exactly is happening, what is the server doing, who is sending text messages, are they out yet, are they delivered yet or not. And we try to make it as easy to work with as possible. So this screenshot here shows us the administration panel of a text messaging server. So we can see on the left side, we can see our users. We can see users in green with unlimited messaging. That means they have unlimited texting and send as many text messages as they want. Then we have users in white, where they have over 10 messages left. So that means they have this amount of messages left in the period of time that they are given. And we have users with red marks, meaning they are almost used up their credits. They almost have no more text messages left within their time periods. If we mark one of those users on the right side, we can see the history, which we can define time-wise on the bottom here. We can enter the dates in which period we want to see what was the usage of the text messages people sent. On the very bottom, we can see if the server is active or not. We can see if the service at all, the service to send text messages, the connection to the gateway is established, and of course if GroupWise is available, if it has the connection to GroupWise. On the next slide here, we can see how to import users. Obviously, there's several ways to create users on your server. You can either just manually type in, add in new users, or you can choose them from your GroupWise address books. You can just move them over to the other side, and by creating users, you can give the users limits of text messages in a certain period of time. So if you have let's say you have someone in marketing, and you know he's going to send out, he's responsible for alerts for people not to forget to go and get I don't know, upgrades on their insurance. Make sure they renew their insurances. You can give that person 100 text messages every 10 days, so he'll be able to notify his folks, or folks in education where you want to know. Teachers will have an amount of text messages every week to send out at least 2 blasts to their students, reminding them of homework or of exams or any type of messages. You can also change the amounts afterwards in the user interface that we've seen here by just right-clicking a user and add credits or change the limit they have. What we see here is the gateway. Our text messaging gateway is being managed online. So as soon as you have your server, you'll have an account on our gateway, and on that website, you log in and you will see how much credits you have left, how many text messages you can still send from your server, and then you also see the whole history, what happened in the past. You can top up your account by adding funds, adding credits to it. Currently the cost of text messages are around 9 cents per text. Before when I answer the questions, I would like to show you just real quick how actually SkySMS works. So what I want to do is what you can see here is my GroupWise mailbox, and you see that on top I have an icon called new SMS, new text. If I hit that button here, I will get this window here, which is the client. Let me shut down, close some windows here. What I can do now is I can either start typing a cell phone number. If anyone from the audience wants to receive a text message, please just type in your cell phone number in the chat here, and I'll add your number, and we'll see how if you'll get the text message. Otherwise, what I can do is I can either start typing in a number here or a name, and I'll have the name resolution and all the names that we. Oh, now I hit the ask button instead of the back button. Apologize. What I can also do in order to add a contact is I have created a little test group here where we have Q and myself inside. So obviously Q does not have a cell phone number. Maybe he wants while adding the phone here, I can see I want the mobile number. And okay. And maybe someone else wants to give me a cell phone number, then I'll just go ahead and I'll add the number here. Manually, what I can do now next is I'll just type in the message. And what I can choose also in the client is a delivery report. I can ask to see if the text message actually got delivered. This means that our gateway will wait for a response from the provider that will deliver the text message, and as soon as we got that message from the provider, from the cell phone provider, we'll send it to you. It looks like there is a. Oh yeah, we have a number in the chat. Excellent. Charles Hughes. Well then, let's 1-816-699-5519. All right. Great. So what we have now is we have the message, and let's send the text now. That's all I do. I hit the send button, and if I go back to GroupWise, I can go into my sent messages, and I see that I have these items here with the text messaging symbol. Since I'm in caching mode, I want to send and retrieve mailbox here, update it. What's going to happen now is the messages are being sent to my server. So I will access my server real quick, and I I will show you what the server is doing in the meantime. How the messages look on the server. Actually, my phone just vibrated here, so I received it. I don't know about Charles. If you received it, Charles, please type it into the chat window here. So what we have here is on our server, on the SkySMS server, we can see the messages here that messages have been received and they all have been delivered. We can go to, I have all my users in here. Now, here am I as a user. So we can see the messages, today's messages, they have been delivered. The deliver status is in here still marked as unknown, just simply because we do not have the answer from the providers yet. And if I go, what I have here is called SMS Queue, because I was too slow moving in. But let's say we would have sent a message to 100 recipients, we would see the queue in here, how long it would take to create which messages were already sent out and which weren't. So the server is still waiting for the response of the providers. And it looks like Charles got it well.
Yep.
So this basically wraps up my presentation here. The last thing that I want to mention, I mentioned the cost of a text message. This is 9 cents. So to use this tool, to use SkySMS. If we see the OS, it runs on Windows. Windows XP Workstation or any Windows server can be used for the SkySMS server.